Hi guys, welcome back. I'm Rachel. I'm from Creative Pathways Coaching. So today I thought I would post a video. We've got Easter coming up this weekend. It's now Wednesday. Actually not sure of what the date is, but it's Wednesday just before the Easter weekend. So, had not the coronavirus been going through the world at the moment, I would be at this point on a Wednesday, midday, be packing my car ready for tomorrow morning heading up to Queensland to actually attend a music festival up there. Every now and again I work at the harm minimisation tent at festivals just to help out a little bit using my skills. And of course in most cases it's usually about 12 hours out of like a 4-day weekend, which means I get to hang out with my friends, do a lot of dancing, listen to DJs and music and stuff and have a great time. And that's not happening. And I'm disappointed. I knew that before, but it's been getting closer and I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that I can't hang out with my friends. I'm disappointed that I can't see and hear the DJs. I'm disappointed that I'm just not around people. I'm also frustrated and as well, and I'm going to say this, and I'm pissed off. And as much as it's not politically correct to admit the fact that, you know, there are other people in the world that are experiencing far worse than you are, and I totally and completely acknowledge that, I have to acknowledge that I am peeved off about the fact that I cannot do some of the things that I was planning on doing because of this virus. And yes, there are people in the world who are dying. I've actually got a few relatives in Europe at the moment, and one in particular I'm a little bit worried about. So I know the reality of it, but it doesn't change that the day-to-day stuff is really getting to me a little bit. I think for some people it's really getting to them, but I've just today, and that's why I'm making this video, I just wanted to share with you guys my frustration, because I suspect there's a lot of people out there that are feeling it and then feeling selfish for feeling that too when there are other people who are far worse off. So I wanted to post this to really just say, hey, I'm getting your feeling, I'm just getting it really badly at the moment and I'm disappointed and I'm peeved off. It's okay to actually have these feelings. So part of what I wanted to do also in this video is to, you know, share some ideas about what to do this weekend instead. So when I realized how peeved off I was about the fact that I can't go to this festival while the festival's not on, I then started to really look at what can I do instead to really occupy my time. So I thought I'd come up with a few ideas and hopefully that might help you with your Easter weekend antics. Okay, so for some of us, you know, we have partners that we live with and there are going to be those challenges with living with them 24 hours a day for however long this is going to go for. And for some of us, like myself, we don't live with the people that we're seeing. And I say seeing because right at the moment, the only time I'm seeing him is on Facetime. For the last little while, that's all there is. And, you know, and again, that is frustrating, perhaps. So there might be a few of you who are in that boat, in that it's not here in Australia. I imagine in other countries it's probably worse, but here in Australia you can only go out of your house for essential stuff. So that includes shopping for food. If you are working, then, you know, going to work, custody arrangements, that sort of stuff. Not for sex, not for socializing. So as much as I would like to think that sex is an essential thing in life, and I think most of us would, I don't think the government, at least my government, doesn't think so. So the guy I'm seeing lives about 45 minutes away from here, so I can't just pop in the car and go down the road or walk down the road, which is a bit of a bugger. So FaceTiming, so we're doing a lot of, you know, messaging and FaceTiming and stuff. So I'm thinking this weekend I'm going to amp it up a little bit more. We've been doing a little bit of sexy FaceTiming, but I think I'm going to do some more. So I'm thinking about the ideas I can actually suss up here. So I've actually mentioned to him that I was been thinking about doing this, so I think he's looking forward to this weekend. Whether you guys are in this position or not, maybe a little bit of sexy FaceTiming might be an idea. Also, if you are living with people, now this is something I could do, but I would be doing it by myself. But if you're living with people, flatmates, your family, your children, that sort of stuff, have you considered the possibility of having an Easter parade? So an Easter hat parade. Do you remember back when you were at school when we used to have Easter hat parades? We'd walk around in a circle with our hats that we made, or for some of us, our parents made for us. Or you could make your own Easter hats and then have an Easter hat parade. But yeah, I was thinking I could just do a hat like that. If I was living with people, that's what I would do. So that's another idea for this weekend. You guys could all get together, make some Easter hats and have an Easter hat parade and film it and put it on Facebook. All right, so another idea you could look at. This is what I'm considering doing. Sexy FaceTiming with my man and eating lots of chocolate. So, of course, I don't know about you guys, but the supermarkets are open here. Looks like they're going to be open 24 hours. I'm going to get a shitload of chocolate. I'm going to get lots of chocolate. Pretend I'm like 10 years old and eat chocolate all weekend. But I think I'm going to also drink some red wine. So I'm going to get some red wine as well. So I think red wine and chocolate. I will have normal food in there as well, so don't worry about my health there. But I think this weekend I'm going to indulge myself and eat chocolate and drink red wine and listen to music and read and sexy FaceTime with my man. What do you think? Now, another idea you could do, and this depends on whether your weather is going to allow you to. There's a picture I saw on Facebook. Just made me think, what a great idea, even for people who live in flats and don't have an outside area. What a great way just to get a bit of sun. I'm sure for some of you could go for a run and that's okay. Here in Australia, that's considered essential. So going for a run is fine, but you can't just hang out somewhere. I don't quite recommend sticking your legs outside a window just to get a bit of sun, but maybe your head a little bit or something. But for you guys that have got a bit of outside, definitely if you've got some sun happening this weekend. And I guess on top of that as well is connecting with other people. I've mentioned this in my other videos and I'm going to mention it again because it's really important. Connecting with other people, friends and stuff. What I'm feeling at the moment, I'm also missing my friends, particularly so. And as I said, this weekend I would have been hanging out with them and I'm not. And that's one of the serious frustrations for me. So it's really maybe about FaceTiming or Skyping your friends and getting a bit of love, bit of oxytocin, coming up in your system, that bonding hormone there. Get a bit of that happening in your world because that can help just to, just relieving some of that stuff that's going on inside you, some of the frustration and some of the loneliness there too. I don't know about you guys, I live alone, so feeling that sense of loneliness sometimes can be a bit hard. So definitely FaceTime, Skype your friends, get a bit of loving, even if it's only virtual loving at the moment as well. And the last point here, just treat yourself, whether it be, like I said, I'm planning to eat lots of chocolate and drink red wine, but treat yourself. Now that could just be, sitting down with a nice hot chocolate or something like that, or it could be much more than that. Make yourself a beautiful dinner for you and your family or you and your flatmates. Make something really nice out of what you've got in the kitchen. With what's going on in the world, it's very easy to just sort of exist at the moment. And we've got to try not to just exist, but to find pleasure in the stuff that we're doing every day at home. So I would suggest treat yourself this weekend in any way that you can. So I don't know about you guys, but I've got a few things to do this weekend that will at least keep me a little bit occupied. I don't know about you. I have been, so over the last, we've been in lockdown, I think it's almost 2 weeks. We've had a gradual lockdown here in Australia, so it's sort of a bit, I work from home generally, so it's only a little bit more so than it would usually be. I have been, I don't know if you've noticed, I'm going no poo at the moment. So for the last 2 weeks, I've not been using shampoo at all. I thought it was a really great idea to do it while we're stuck at home and I could deal with the greasiness on my own rather than inflict it with other people. So I'm no pooing at the moment with the prospect of continuing to no poo. So this period in my life while we're at home gives me the opportunity to do that. Just recently I bought myself a bench press, so I'm starting to do some weights, so that's sort of keeping me a little bit occupied. I don't know about you guys, but I know in Australia they're finding that people are actually eating healthier and exercising more at home and doing that sort of stuff. I don't know how it is for you guys in your countries, or if you're Australian or not, or if you're doing that. But I think that's a great opportunity to get healthy, to eat healthy. I'm at the moment making my own yogurt. I've got a yogurt maker and I've had it for so many years, and I pulled it out the other day and I thought, I'm going to make my own yogurt. Because we don't know if the stocks are going to stay in the supermarket. So I've started making my own yogurt and it's been just great. And as well, I got mushroom culture, and I'm now in the process of growing oyster mushrooms. So yeah, I'm doing all those things that I've never done I've never done mushrooms, grown mushrooms before. So I don't know about you guys, but I'm doing some different stuff that I wouldn't have normally done. So maybe this might be a good thing overall. So hopefully this was helpful for you guys, and I hope that you have just as much of a fun time as I'm planning to, despite not being able to go to a music festival. So check out my other videos with regards to lockdown, being in lockdown, and I will catch you next time. Cheers.